They said like it's stuck in custom.
Then somebody a military equipment game.
Artifacts that you can see, some potential fractions, rehabilitation again. Let's see how it goes.
But it's gonna be fun anyway.
Will I be able to make it into China? Good morning and happy day everyone. Quick update to the wrist. So I sent the MRT pictures to my doctor who did the operation a little bit ago, like in February. And he said like there are some artifacts that you can see, some potential fractions and stuff. It would be good to get like an X-ray, and at that point I was pretty much down because like fraction would mean like holding it still and let it heal and then go into kind of rehabilitation again. So yesterday I was trying to get an X-ray, which happened then in the evening. I sent the pictures to my doctor, and overnight he looked at it, and luckily there's no fraction in there. So it looks like that there's only a heavy edema, kind of a bruise on the radius. So that also means that the scapuloid is pretty much untouched. Scapuloid is the bone that I have the screw inside, and the radius just need to relax now, heal, and the doctor said that in a few days I might be able to ride again. I should use a tape, so I'm trying to find some guidance how to tape. So today is Tuesday. Monday next week the tour starts at Ishkertam pass into China. I'm in Bishkek at the moment to get to the pass until Sunday evening. There's like 18 hours ride on tarmac. So tarmac is okay to ride. I would not go off-road. I think I never go off-road again. I hate this. This is so stupid. And that would mean that I would need to ride on Saturday again, 9 hours a day, which is obviously really long. Maybe I'm thinking do it in 3 days, but that would mean I would need to ride on Friday already again. So I have Tuesday to heal, Wednesday, Thursday, like 3 or 4 days, which is not a lot. I mean, I have been holding it still now for 2 days. Yeah, so normally these things need a week. Let's see how it goes. I'm actually happy that there's nothing broken, because it feels like to me that the trip is not ended now, right? I do not need to fly home for kind of taking care of the wrist. It will heal here. The question now just is, will I be able to make it into China? Or will I need to change plans, skip the China part, and do something else? My chain arrived in Bishkek, which is a little bit strange because actually I wanted them to send it to Osh, which is like a 2-day ride on the road. They said like it's stuck in custom here in Bishkek, which is crazy because obviously I was expecting to be in Osh, and they hold it back in Bishkek here, which is a two-day ride. But luckily I am in Bishkek, so I'm gonna head to DHL now. It's somewhere in an interim storage. I think I need to release it from custom, and then hopefully I can pick it up here, and I can either just like carry it or maybe just like attach it to the motorbike if I send it home. But let's sort this out now. I'm trying to get my parcel released with the chain and the sprockets and an oil filter. I just went to the DHL service shop. They gave me like 10 sheets of paper, which I now need to take to the customs. So for them to release, they didn't release it because I was not on the system, so I'm not registered here in town or in the country. And obviously if I show them my passport, they should give me 2 stamps on one of these sheets of paper, and then the DHL could release it. Let's see how that goes. I'm wondering how this will work out, if I need to bribe them or what's happening now. This is always so exciting, but it's gonna be fun anyway. So again, important learning, the value of the parts that are coming here, the netto value, in Kyrgyzstan needs to be below 200 euros. Then I do not need to pay custom fees. So that's the case here. It's 170 euros excluding shipment and excluding tax. So easy peasy. We're talking good amount of walking. So it was like 3.5 kilometers from the hotel to get to DHL.
Now I'm gonna walk 1.8 kilometers back in that direction, go to customs. Then I'm gonna walk again 1.8 kilometers back to DHL. If I get the stamp, and I might pick it up at DHL. And then I'm gonna walk back 3.5 kilometers back to the hotel to drop the parcel. But I mean, it's good to run the circulation, and because that will obviously help to heal the wrist. So let's do this. Nice. All right, the excellent experience at the customs office. I went in, I had to sign in with name and time. Went up second floor, went to the room for customs office, and the lady was speaking perfectly English. She used to be an English teacher. She checked the papers briefly, she called somebody, then somebody, a military equipment came, like in the military dress, no weapon. He was also very friendly, asked where I'm from and stuff, and he couldn't talk English, but they gave me the 2 stamps, easy peasy. And now I have the stamps. We're walking back to DHL to get the parcel, and then I'm gonna have a call with my doctor in Germany to see how I can treat the wrist, and then probably gonna have lunch. Nice. Now at DHL picking up the parcel, and here we have the parcel. Nice. Actually, it was repacked, so DHL opened it, and I think probably they just checked if there's really a motorbike spare parts in there. Maybe they have some responsibility, so maybe better not cheat when you write something on it. For all you chocolate enthusiasts, I'm at the Global store at the moment, and this is the biggest choice I've seen in Kyrgyzstan. Actually, it starts there and goes until there. Nice little bazaar here in Bishkek. I just bought some nuts and fruits. Looking forward to have them. It's Thursday, 5 days post the accident with the hand. I wouldn't need to leave tomorrow morning if I want to get the ride through China. I got a video from my ergotherapist in Germany to tape, how to tape, so I'm just like preparing that, because today it means packing the bags, so I could leave tomorrow morning very early. So I've started with packing a little bit, but I feel the wrist a little bit, so I'm gonna tape it now and support it a little bit. I'm gonna change the way of packaging quite massively, because I have a chain that I need to carry, sprocket for front and rear, and I also need to access the winter clothes, yeah, some change needs to happen. Also the simmering, that's at least the way it's called in Germany, and the sealing for the front fork, one is broken, it's bended due to the crash, so I should not have put them into the side bag. But space was limited, and it was the best option I could think about back then. I'm gonna change it now and pack more stuff into the rear bags and put more like jackets into the side bags. So as the bike was just not tilting, but I was also still riding it with 15-20 kilometers, there was some really kind of force putting sidewise to the bag and inside. So this was inside the side bag, right, where the bike fall on, and these boxes are completely smashed, and that's where also the simmering, this thing protecting the fork, sealing the fork, the front fork is kind of bended. There was some side force applied. So I hope I can find a different way now to pack it. I still have the bag, the side bag with the repair shop, so I need to wait until I have this bag and then I can finalize it. Very good repair shop, can just recommend this. Much спасибо. Free like a bird again on Kyrgyz roads. I could brake without pain, and so I said, let's go. We are heading south on what's one of the most epic routes in Kyrgyzstan, the road to Osh. This route has everything: winding mountain roads, valleys, and long stretches of pure open landscape. It's a long full day's ride if you don't stop, but I'll do it in 2 days. As we came down from Tuashu Pass, we enter the Suskamir Valley. This place is absolutely stunning. It's wide open and filled with pasture land where you will see shepherds grazing their herds in the summer. It's traditional Kyrgyz land with yurts dotting the landscape and horses grazing freely. Further along, we reach Alabel Pass. It's not as high as Tuashu, but it's still a thrilling ride. The landscape shifts again as we get closer to Toktogul Reservoir, a massive lake that supplies much of Kyrgyzstan's electricity through its hydroelectric dam.
Riding along its edge, you get these amazing blue water views against the green hills. It has been a long day, so I looked for a place to sleep.
First day riding again with the wrist. Actually, the wrist feels better than in the morning. I don't know why. I let it relax a little bit now. I checked in a hotel. I'm gonna get some food now. The sun is about to set. Camel is standing there in the corner. So everything looks good for now.
We just saw the journey from Bishkek to Turktugu Lake and I stopped in Kara-Kul. Now we're gonna head further to Osh. And if my wrist allows, we will journey to Sary-Tash and Ishkertam, China. If you enjoy the ride, give it a like, comment your thoughts below and share with friends and family, and certainly if you haven't done yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Kyrgyzstan itself is known for its mountainous terrain, with around 90% of the country covered in mountains. The range we're riding through, the Pamirs, are often called the roof of the world. Descending into the southern part of Kyrgyzstan, you can feel the climate change into warmer and drier air.
I'm back at Tukhov's guest house in Osh. My wrist is okay. It hurts a little bit today. It was an intense ride with lots of using the clutch. But yeah, due to the stop in Bishkek with 6 nights, I didn't have the time to change tires. I didn't have the time to do oil change. Didn't have the time to wash her, to do some maintenance stuff. So I will need to carry the tire again now, which is actually, I would not love to do this because it's heavy, it takes lots of space, and now it's actually 2 tires I have to carry. I will put the front tire just on the back of it tomorrow morning, then it should be good. So I did like 18,000 kilometers now with the tire, and there's still like almost 4 millimeters on. So I'm actually a very slow rider, but the rear tire is still okay. The front tire is similar. I mean, like you see some signs of usage, but there's still some stuff on. I can ride this still, even in a little bit more difficult conditions. Should be fine. They won't get too difficult because I will not ride then. Happy day, so we left the guest house, we fueled up. I'm on the way now together with awesome motor nomad from Italy. Fantastic stuff, yeah. And also Alvaro is back on the road. We're going to the Chinese border to Ishkertam Pass today. That's gonna be amazing. The wrist is doing good, I'm really happy about that. Have another kind of improvement last night, so feeling comfortable. Let's do this.
It's amazing how fast the city Osh fades away, leaving us with these huge stretches of green and mountain views just unfolding ahead.
Going with Auto Motor Nomad and Alvaro Navero. Fantastico! Vamos! Give me a sense, man, amazing! Very good! Hello! Germania!
Every so often, there's a herd of sheep or yaks on the move. For me, riding through these spaces, it's like tapping into a slower, more intentional rhythm of life. Motor Nomad on an old Africa Twin. And Flamenco Alvaro on a T7. And Smiling Eagle Alex giving it a shake. As we continue down the road, we pass through small villages where people live a lifestyle that feels almost timeless. These are primarily Kyrgyz communities, and many people here still follow a scenic nomadic lifestyle. raising livestock in the summer pastures and moving to lower ground as the season changes. You'll see yurts along the road and herds of sheep, yaks and cattle grazing freely. It's a reminder of how connected to land the Kyrgyz people are, relying on the mountains and pastures for their livelihood. One thing that strikes me out here is how isolated it feels. Mostly, the road here is solid, but with all the trucks and the altitude, it keeps you on your toes. And as we get closer to Sary-Tash, I can feel that high mountain chill setting in, even in my gear. It's all part of the adventure, though. Just us, our motorbikes, and the next stretch of road calling us forward. The closer we get to Sarytash, the more we see those rugged peaks rising up like sentinels. There's Peak Lenin in the distance, towering over 7,000 meters with snow on top that never melts. It's one of the highest in Central Asia, and honestly, seeing it up close from the road is surreal.
We arrived in Sary-Tash. Actually wanted to go to Ishkertam, but we learned here in Sary-Tash that there's no guest house at Ishkertam, so we are 70 kilometers away from the pass or from the border. We're gonna do an early bird tomorrow morning. Head there. The border opens at 9 o'clock, and yeah, so we're enjoying the sun now here, taking some pictures. Later we're gonna have dinner up there in Extreme Palmy Extreme guest house. It's gonna be good. Looking forward to it.
This small town Sary-Tash has a unique feeling, like a crossroads. There's a quietness, but also an anticipation. As I ride, I think about how these mountains and valleys have connected cultures and economies. Even though this route is remote and challenging, it represents an important link between Central Asia and East Asia. Today, China is one of Kyrgyzstan's largest trading partners, and the roads here are a testament of that connection, with heavy trucks sharing the road with lone riders like us.
Hello, good morning.
Dumpling time. Chicken on the road. Here, in the camera. Nice.
We show our passports and then we get fuel.
Yes, we do it.
Book recommendations. Healing my wrist that quickly, I'm sure, was related to the nutrition that I took. To all the German readers, I would like to recommend Mit Ernährung heilen by Professor Dr. Andreas Michalsen. I'm sure there are similar books in English language. The book on the right side, Healing with Whole Foods, is just an example. I will link the German book and also this English book in the description. Check it out now. Whenever you have an accident and need to heal, watch the nutrition. A big thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the fellow travelers who bought the book lately, asking one question. This book will help you to become a happier person when you're not sitting on your motorbike. I will link that book and the books about nutrition in the description for you. Check them out now. If you enjoyed watching, hit that thumbs up now. I will also link the previous episodes for you here. Thanks for being here with me on this leg of the trip. The adventure is far from over, so let's keep going. Until next episode, stay free, stay wild, and always stay happy.